Okay, class, let's continue. Okay, so number 14. So this time, derecognition. Okay, so when to derecognize investment property? So actually, similar to PPE. And that is letter C, on disposal or when it is permanently withdrawn from use and no future economic benefits are expected from its disposal. Okay, so notice now, similar to PPE. And on the recognition, gain or loss, recognized. And that's the difference between the net disposal proceeds and carrying amount. And that's the next problem. Okay, so number 15. The requirement, gain or loss, okay, on disposal. Okay, here's the background. An entity purchased an investment property, cost 220,000, life 40 years. Okay, at December 31, prior year, ang fair value niya 300,000. So, nangyari yung sale December 31 of the current year. And on that date, age of the property, 5 years old. Sold for 290,000, incurring disposal costs of 10,000. So, again, in computing ha, okay, the gain or loss, ang kailangan natin dyan, yung net proceeds. So, net disposal proceeds. So, that's 290. Okay, minus 10,000. So, net disposal proceeds, 280. Okay, less the carrying amount on the date of disposal. Of course, that amount will depend on the model used. And in this problem, the company uses cost model. So, using the cost model, cost 220. Minus natin yung accumulated depreciation for 5 years. And since no residual value, we can use the shortcut. 40 original, minus mo yung 5. So 40 minus 5, 35 years remaining. So 220 times 35 over 40. Okay, so that's the CA on the date of disposal. So the net disposal proceeds less the CA. So this one is gain. Okay, so number 15. Bravo. Okay, then lagyan natin ng note. Okay, what if ang ginamit fair value model? So under the fair value model, this is the carrying amount. Okay, at that this is the fair value December 31 prior year. So yan din ang carrying amount at the date of disposal. Kaya kung ang ginamit dyan, fair value model, that's 280 minus 300. So under the fair value model, answer. Okay, so letter C. So again, notice ang laki ng effect ng model used. So whether cost or fair value. Okay, now, as noted earlier, yung land and building, pwede siyang PPE. So by the way, kapag silent, ang land and building normally PPE. Pero pwede rin ito nga, investment property or inventory. Primarily, depending on usage. Therefore, pag nag-change in use, so there may be what? Reclassifications. And that's number 16. So yung transfers na yan, pwede siyang to investment property or from investment property should only be made when there is what? A change in use. Okay. Evidenced by, ang sagot dyan, letter A. So, yan yung possible transfers. Okay. So, yung number 1, commencement of owner occupation. So, it's now PPE. Owner occupied na siya. Number 2, commencement of development with a view to sale. It's now, okay, inventory. Kaya itong 1 and 2, okay, ito yung from investment property to PPE or to inventory. Number 3, end of owner occupation. It's no longer PPE. Commencement of operating lease to another party. So it's now investment property. So kaya itong 3 and 4, pwede naman ito to investment. From PPE or from inventory. Then to investment property. So those are the possible transfers. But again, transfers should only be made when there is what? A change in use. Now, number 17. Which of the following will most likely result to reclassification? A, no. An entity decided to dispose of an investment property without development. So let's say yung property is for undecided future use. So dahil undecided, undetermined, and specified ang assumption for capital appreciation. So classify as investment property. Dinispose na, walang development. So i-account yan as disposal of investment. No need to reclassify. So A, no reclassification needed. So account as disposal of investment property. B, no also. Kasi nire-redevelop lang naman existing investment property na yan. So for continued use as investment property. So continue to classify as investment property. So 17, delta, neither. So neither will result to reclassification. So again yung magti-trigger ng reclass, change in use. Okay, and in case of reclassification, so actually there are two issues. Okay, and what are those? At the time of transfer, magkaiba yung fair value at yung carrying amount. So yung difference na yun between fair value and carrying amount, ito yung gain or loss. So yung unang issue, yun bang gain or loss na yan, i-recognize. Okay, then the second issue, if yes, where? So alam naman natin, pag may income or expense, either P&L or what? OCI. So saan siya? Sa P&L ba or OCI? So yun ang issues. So number 1, gain or loss, recognized? Then, second issue, okay, if yes, where? Yung answers dyan sa questions na yan will depend on the model. So fair value ba ang ginamit or cost model? And under the cost model, number 18. When an entity uses the cost model, yung transfers na yan, okay, delta, all of the above. Do not change the carrying amount of the property. So no change in carrying amount. Same pa rin yung amount. Pero nag-iba na ng line item, nag-iba ng classification. Also, do not change cost either for measurement or disclosure purposes. So no change in cost, no change in accumulated depreciation. So no change in the carrying amount. So simply change in presentation, classification. So pwede nga from investment property to either PPE or inventory or vice versa. Okay, so 18, delta. Now, paano naman kung fair value model? Okay, number 19. This is the summary. So answer dyan, delta. All the statements are correct. So, by the way, so since doon sa cost model, walang change in cost, walang change in carrying amount, so in effect, walang gain or loss doon. Okay? So kaya pag cost model, yung gain or loss not recognized. So change only in classification. Pero sa fair value model, okay, yung transfers required yan to be measured at fair value. Kaya yung difference between the fair value and carrying amount, i-recognize yan. Okay, at ito na nga yung second issue where P&L ba or OCI? Now, generally, P&L. So, tatandaan lang natin, kailan siya hindi P&L, kailan OCI. Okay, at ito yung summary. It will depend now on the transfer. Pero again ha, yung transfers under fair value model, anong measurement? Fair value. Kaya yung difference between fair value and CA, recognized. Where generally, P&L. Okay, so except, yun ang alamin natin. So kailan siya hindi P&L? So here's the summary. Letter A. For a transfer from investment property to owner-occupied property, ito nga yung PPE, or inventories, yung fair value at the change in use is the cost of the property under its new classification. So notice, pag fair value model ang ginamit, nagbabago yung cost. Hindi katulad ng cost model. And then, yung difference nga between fair value and CA, recognized. Where, kung yan ay from investment to PPE, profit or loss. Okay? So, same kung yan ay to inventory. Okay? And since investment property nga yan originally, okay, so ang gagawin dyan, at the time of transfer, i-remeasure muna. So, for example, ang fair value 100. Tapos ang carrying amount 90. So, bago yung transfer, ang gagawin dyan, i-remeasure. And what's the entry? Magde-debit ng investment property. Increase by 10. Credit, gain. So, yung gain na yon, P&L. Then, saka siya ita-transfer. Debit, PPE. Credit, investment property. At fair value. So, yung fair value na yan, that will become the cost of the property. So, do the same kung yan ay inventory. So, remeasure, debit investment property, credit gain. So, yung gain na yon, P&L. Then, the reclass, debit inventory, credit investment property. Okay, so notice yung change in the cost of the asset. Okay, letter B, ang transfer naman dyan, so yung A ha, from investment property. So yung B, to investment property. Kung galing yan sa inventory, also, profit or loss. So for example nga, this one, ang magiging entry dyan, magde-debit ng investment property, 100. Magki-credit ng inventory, 90. So may difference na 10. Yung 10, credit, gain. At yung gain, profit or loss. Okay. Then letter C, this time yung transfer from PPE to investment property. Now, regarding transfer, okay, from PPE to investment, so ito yung medyo complicated ng konti. Okay, so i-account muna yung difference as revaluation. So basically, i-revalue muna, tapos saka i-reclass. At dahil i-revalue muna, okay, before the reclass, yung difference between fair value and CA accounted for as what? Revaluation. So in particular, as revaluation increase or decrease. And as discussed previously, naalala pa ba yan, yung previous topic? So again ha, yung revaluation model. Okay, although diniscuss natin yan sa PPE, pero affected yan yung other topics including this one. Okay, so kung yan ay, kung yung fair value ay higher, katulad dito sa ating example, yung difference na yan, treated as what? Revaluation increase. At saan normally nire-recognize yung increase na yan? OCI. Revaluation surplus. Except kung meron niyang previous impairment or revaluation decrease. In that case, P&L. Pero pag revaluation decrease, yung fair value lower. So usually, profit or loss. Revaluation loss. Except kung merong existing surplus. So based on that, okay, pag fair value model, transfers measured at what? Fair value. So the fair value will become the cost of the asset. Then any difference between fair value and CA, recognized. Where normally P&L. Exception, this one. Okay, so to illustrate, number 20 and 21. Okay, so the entity owns a building. Okay, cost 50 million. Since the building is the company's head office, that building is what? Okay, PPE for admin purposes. Life, 25 years. Okay, so in the current year, the entity transferred its head office and decided to lease out the old building. So, yung head office naging for rental to others. So, kaya yung transfer from PPE to investment property. So, the company uses fair value model. Okay? Or rather, so dito sa 20, ang ginamit pala, cost. Tapos sa 21, yon fair value. So, pero given yung fair value at the date of reclassification. And on that date, 5 years old na daw. Okay, yung asset. Okay? So, from PPE to investment property. Okay. Number 20. If the entity uses, highlight natin, cost model. As noted earlier, hindi magbabago yung cost. Ito pa rin. 50 million pa rin. No change in carrying amount. No change in cost, either for measurement or disclosure purposes. Kaya yung difference between fair value and yung carrying amount, not recognized. So, based on that, magkano daw sa P&L? Answer, delta. Actually, hindi naman nagbago yung asset. Building pa rin. Magbabago lang siya ng line item. So, kaya pwede natin gawa ng entry for emphasis. So, to highlight the reclassification. Debit, building. So, the new classification, investment property. Cost, 50 million. Credit, building. Okay, the old classification, PPE. So, ganun pa rin yung cost and AD. So, yung net, okay, the same. Okay, so nagbago lang ng line item. Dating PPE, ngayon ano na, investment. Kaya lang, dahil investment property na siya, okay, yung disclosure ng fair value will now be required. Kasi nung PPE, yung disclosure ng fair value optional pag cost model. Pero dahil investment na, so dapat nang i-disclose yung fair value. Okay, 21. If the entity uses the fair value model, dapat itong measurement niyan, fair value. As noted earlier, yung difference between fair value and CA, i-recognize yan. Kaya lang, ang question, where? So, i-check muna natin kung increase ba or decrease. Okay, so ang question, profit or loss. So, fair value, date of transfer, that's 42 million. Cost is 50 million after 5 years. Okay, so after 5 years, okay, after 5 years, 25 minus 5, so 20 years remaining. So the CA, that's 50 million times 20 over 25. Okay, so on the date of transfer, fair value 42 million. Carrying amount 40. So the difference is what? Revaluation increase. And saan i-recognize yung increase na yan? Dahil wala naman itong previous impairment in OCI. Increase in revaluation surplus. Now, since ang question ay P&L, so 21, delta. Okay, so lagyan ng note, yung 2 million na yan, OCI. Gawin natin ang entry. Okay, so first, i-revalue yan. Entry. Using the convenient method, elimination. So, 50 million minus 40 million. So, debit, accumulated, depreciation, 10 million. So, adjust yung CA, yung building to 42 million. So, 50 minus 42, credit building, 8 million. So, the net increase in carrying amount is 2 million. And that increase in carrying amount is revaluation surplus. So after this entry, no more AD. So eliminated. Tapos yung building, na-reduce na to 42 million. Okay? So tapos meron diyang, so after that, ang carrying amount na at fair value. Tapos yung 2 million, recognized in what? OCI. Increase in revaluation surplus. Then, okay, i-reclassify. Entry. Debit building. This time, investment property at fair value. Credit building as PPE. So, yan actually yung exception. As noted in the summary earlier, basta may transfers under the fair value model, naka-fair value yan. Kaya yung difference ng fair value and CA, i-recognize. Generally, P&L. Ito yung exception. OCI. So, in this problem, okay, ang highlight lang yung okay, in relation to the reclassification, how much in P&L. Now, 22, comprehensive. So, yung net amount in P&L. So, lahat ng income and expenses related to the property. So, isummarize natin. Okay, so number 22. Okay, so net amount in profit or loss current year. So, let's see all the income and expenses. Okay, so an entity has a building used for admin purposes. So dahil nga for admin purposes yan, originally the building is PPE. Depreciated historical cost 4 million. So remaining life 20 years. So beginning of the year. Nag-reorganize noong July 1. So yung building na yan, pinarenta na to others. So the company uses the fair value model. So kaya yung transfer from PPE to investment property. Okay, so since nangyari lang naman yung transfer July 1, from January to June, PPE pa yan subject to depreciation. And yung depreciation na yan, January to June, expense yan in profit or loss. So include how much? 4 million. Divide natin ng 20 times 6 over 12. 6 months depreciation prior to reclassification. So, expense P&L. Okay? Then, starting July 1, no more depreciation. So, kasi ano na to eh. Investment property na, tapos fair value model. Now, on the date of transfer, magkano na ang carrying amount? 4 million. Minus natin yung 100. Okay? CA, on the date of transfer. Okay, 4 million less yung depreciation. 3.9. And on that date, ito lang yung fair value. Okay? So, fair value, CA. So, this one is what? Decrease. Okay? As noted earlier, from PPE to investment, accounted for yan as revaluation. At dahil decrease, saan i-recognize yan? In profit or loss. Revaluation loss. So 3,780 minus 39. Expense in profit or loss. Revaluation or impairment loss. Okay. Then subsequently, dahil nga fair value model yan, i-remeasure yan to fair value. Okay. At magkano na yung fair value at year end? 3,850. So from 3,780, nag-increase to 3,850. Okay, so yung ina-account lang as revaluation is before yung transfer. Pero once na reclassify na yan, investment property na yan, subsequent changes in fair value through profit or loss na yan. So kaya 3,850 minus 3,780. Ito na yung fair value adjustment gain or loss or unrealized gain or loss. And this one is what? Gain. So income in profit or loss. So the depreciation before the reclassification, expense P&L. The revaluation loss, expense P&L. The fair value adjustment, income in profit or loss. So net amount in P&L. Okay, so 22 delta. Okay, 22 delta. Okay? So that's transfer from PPE to investment. Kanina sa previous problem, revaluation increase kaya nasa OCI. Ito nangyari, revaluation decrease. Kaya P&L. Pero yung subsequent changes, profit or loss na. Okay, now to complete the discussion, presentation, and disclosure. Regarding presentation, sample, investment property, reported yan or presented yan as line item under non-current assets. So, ang ating usual example yan, JG Summit. Si Jollibee meron din. So, line item, non-current. And San Miguel. So, that's how to present investment property. Line item under non-current assets. Now, the disclosures. So, ano ba yung mga information na dapat ipoprovide? Okay, number 23. An entity shall disclose delta. All of this. And what are those? A, accounting policy. So, what model? Fair value ba or cost? Again, yung choice dyan, matter of policy. Kaya effectively yung A, disclosure of accounting policy. B, the usual requirement, restrictions. So restrictions on the asset. Okay, or remittance of income and proceeds of disposal. And then letter C, the usual disclosure also, commitments. So basically, commitments. So, disclose accounting policy, cost or fair value model. Disclose restrictions, disclose commitments. Okay, so 23, delta. 24, in relation to amounts recognized in profit or loss. Okay, so an entity shall disclose delta, all of this. So yung rental income and yung related, okay, direct operating expenses. Okay, tapos yung direct operating expenses, kailangan nakaseparate yung nag-generate at yung hindi nag-generate ng rental income. So disclose rental income and direct operating expenses. Segregating, okay, expenses related to those that generated and did not generate income. Okay, so 24, delta. Now, yung detailed or specific disclosures will depend, of course, on the model. Cost ba or evaluation? Siyempre, iba yung the specific info sa cost, iba rin sa, rather, fair value model. So, ano ba? Fair value model ba yan or cost model? So, that determines the specific disclosures. Now, the question in number 25. Regardless of the model, okay, used an entity shall, so ito, the irrelevant yung model. So, A, no. Kasi yung A, okay, model specific yan. Cost lang yan. Ganon din yung B. So, lagyan ng note yung A and B kasi yung depreciation, impairment, applicable lang yan kapag cost model. Yung C naman, no. Applicable lang yan, fair value model. So, yung A, B, and C, model specific disclosures yan. So, answer, delta, regardless of model. A reconciliation of the carrying amounts, beginning and ending, should be disclosed. So, notice, no? Yung requirement na yan, na-encounter natin yan saan? Okay, biological assets. Okay, PPE. Tapos ngayon, investment property. So, yung reconciliation na yan, CA beginning, CA ending. So, that should be disclosed. And in particular, okay, so ito yung specific increase-decrease dun sa in-between. So, kapag fair value model, this one. Just take note. Yan. Okay? So, similar actually sa PPE. Additions. Yun nga lang, dito pinapa-separate yung related dun sa subsequent expenditure. Okay? From other additions. Ito, usual na to kapag merong business combinations. So, dapat naka-disclose yan separately. So, yung classify as held for sale, okay, and other disposals. At dahil nga ito yung fair value model, yung gains and losses from fair value adjustments. Itong letter E, applicable lang ito kapag merong foreign operation. Okay, so pwedeng, again, yung translation, gain or loss na yan. So, transfers. Okay, and then yung hindi kasama sa A to F, the usual others. Okay, so yan na yung specific items between CA beginning and CA ending. So those information should be disclosed. So that's fair value model. Cost model, ito naman yung specific information doon sa in between. So ito yung cost, cost model. So ganun din yung additions. Tapos nakaseparate nga yung related to subsequent expenditures. Ganun din yung requirements sa business combination. Okay, yung classify as held for sale and other disposals. Pero dahil ito yung cost model, may depreciation, may reversal, may impairment at mayroong reversal of impairment. Okay, so ito. Again, pag foreign operation. Okay, and then yung transfers. So actually, yung 1, 2, 3, okay, 6, 7, and yung 8, okay, common yan sa okay, fair value and cost model. So ito nga yung naiba sa cost model yan. Yung depreciation and impairment. So doon naman sa fair value model, ang naiba doon is yung changes in fair value. Okay, so yung gains and losses. Okay, so that's accounting for investment property. Okay?